Challenge After Show tonight. Pamela and I are talking about the challenge, season 41 of Vets and New Threats. It's episode 5, and it's called Pride Comes Before the Fall. And that's a direct quote from Michaela at the top of the episode. I'm not sure what it's referencing. Maybe an Olivia situation
Oh,
where she kind of is like, well, I don't care if I'm the hangnail because I have so many people I'm working with, they would never vote me in. That's some pride, but now she's kind of fallen because her partner lost and now I'm not sure. But they used that quote from Michaela, and Michaela says it right at the top of the episode. Is it because Michaela won another challenge in a row, but like so they just wanted to feature her as the title of the episode? But you just use one of her, I don't know. But I couldn't figure it out. So I'm
yeah.
sure I'm sure someone in the comments will tell us though, right, Pam?
I think your Olivia analogy is as close as we're going to get to truth. I don't think there's probably any really big
Yeah.
meaning behind it. I think
I'm
that,
not sure what they're going for with the titles of the episodes this season. I'm not really usually it's a dumb pun or something, but this one I'm just like they're just literally if someone like Ashley last week just said something during the daily challenge, like put it it's the make it the title this week. We don't got nothing else.
right.
I don't know. Anyway, a lot to get to. Overall thoughts, Pamela, go for it.
Um, I'm bummed about the way this panned out.
Okay.
There were a few surprises for me in this episode. Overall, I thought it was good, not as like super exciting edge of the seat as last week's.
Mm-hmm.
It was good, some good moments, some bad moments. Overall, I thought it was good.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I'm right there with you, Pam. I think it was good, not great, not
Yeah.
bad. Had some a little bit of drama in here. Um, sad to see Kara go.
Yeah.
Like that wasn't fun. I mean, even like the elimination to me was actually I was more shocked than I think others would be because I think a lot of other people are bigger Derek C fans than me and believe in his abilities. Where I still look at him like as in like the 2005 Derek, where he's always like first or second to just go home. So I was surprised by actually, you know what it was more of? I was surprised by Ben's performance not just in the daily, but really in the elimination. I thought he put up a bigger fight. I was like, oh my God, Derek C's running through you, bro. Like, what's going on here? But we'll get into all that. So I
Yeah.
guess those are my overall thoughts.
Yeah.
Um, I looked up why Kara went home. Did you look it up as well? I wanted to see
I
if
did not. Why?
I
Something
believe it's
went
because
wrong.
her mother, who'd been battling cancer, kind of took a right turn, left turn, a bad turn, whatever you want to call it. And I looked it up, and it said that her mother passed away in April of
Oh.
2025. So I guess I'm putting all this together, and I'm assuming that's why she went home. Well,
Oh,
they said family, and her aunt
poor
reached out to her, not her
Cara.
mom. Her mom didn't reach out. Her aunt reached out. I assume that's her mother's sister. So I think that's why she went home early.
Well, poor Cara, because that April was just a couple of months ago. So that
That's
made
awful. Yeah.
it was, yeah.
Mhm.
Sorry, Cara. That's terrible. Very sorry to hear that. And yeah, poor Cara.
Yeah. Okay, so there's that in the vignettes. Everyone's praising Gabe on the bus on the ride home. We got a bus scene. It wasn't any drama like we wanted or any hookups like we wanted, but they're on the bus. And they were all
Yes, the
praising
bus
Gabe.
footage, like sure.
They're all against Gabe the episode before, but now they're all like, "Oh wait, this guy could probably kick our ass in a lot of stuff. Maybe we should get on his team." And we'll get to that
Yeah.
later on because there's something that I called that happens between him and another rookie, and it's during the party scene. And I said it weeks ago. I said, "Why isn't Gabe being included in something?" And then boom, this guy comes over to him. We'll get into it. I will. I'll leave.
Okay.
There's a teaser for you, Pam.
Whoa,
I
okay.
know. Uh, Leo's car's partner. We'll get into that in a second to see what happens with him. They do. They did like a eulogy for Banana's bed or
That was
Banana in
funny. That
general.
was
They had a little
funny, I
fun with
thought.
it. They
Okay.
and we didn't talk about this last time, but they put up the foot blocker cardboard thing. Bananas had talked about this on his podcast as well.
Okay.
Just little things like that. Bananas is trying to bring to the challenge that comedy side. So he made the foot blocker obviously as a joke because what happened between him and Aviv the season before, or whatever. So there's that.
Well, not just him and Aviv. They were, it was also like the whole foot rubbing, like there was the foot
Well,
fetish
it was all
thing.
of them. They were all in the foot in the yes,
Yeah,
but I mean, obviously the bus controversy with what
right.
Michelle, am I saying Devin's
Yeah.
girlfriend, Michelle?
Michelle brought it up.
She
Yeah.
brought it up on the bus, and that turned into a whole thing. Anything before we get into the daily challenge? Anything at the beginning that you kind of want to? Oh, there was one. Anissa spying on the new threats.
Yes.
That I found interesting because at the end of the episode we find out that supposedly her number one's Olivia. I wish we saw more of this. I don't know. I know Pamela, but that's what they said, right? So we can talk about that a little bit if you'd like.
And isn't it, correct me if I'm wrong,
Okay.
because I'm not sure if I'm getting this backwards. And again, you might not be able to correct me. Someone correct me or lay it out for me. Wasn't it Anissa that initially started the dirt that broke up Olivia and Nerys during that season? Because Anissa was like told Nerys that Olivia was talking shit. And Anissa like had hung out with Nerys's brother and found this out something, but I'm like, isn't Anissa the one that
Anissa was hooking up with Nerese's brother.
Nerys's
That I remember
brother
now. Okay,
passed
that's
on the information that Olivia was saying, like, oh, I
Pam.
hardly even
That's
know
great.
him.
In the
Yeah, so it's
comments,
like,
tell us what that's. But Pamela, that's a nice pull from a previous season to kind of bring it back here. Because yeah, if yeah, that's interesting. But then again, I mean, does that stop Anissa from wanting to work with Olivia though? You know what I mean?
no, yes and no. It shows I again am an Anissa fan and I enjoy her, but I a million percent side with Ashley and Nani both. Well, I've got Anissa observations that I'll save for when we're there. But my only before challenge major thing was what are they going to do regarding Leo? And it would
Right.
really suck for him to have to go home, especially in this scenario when you're hardly partners. It's one thing if you've been to the
Yeah.
throughout the whole show and you're winning and losing on the backs of your partners.
Yeah, which brings me to my first conspiracy of the night, because obviously Janae ends up being Leo's partner. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Pamela, but I do believe that every season they have something called alternates on the show here called The Challenge. And I don't believe I believe that the alternates aren't they also brought to the hotel ahead of time and they kind of wait there for a while? Or in this case, was Janae really plucked from her house and the next day she's on the challenge because they kept saying over and over again, oh, just yesterday she was with her kids and now she's here. I'm like, maybe that's true, but I always thought an alternate was on like the sideline, basically not at the house or anything, of course, but like at a local hotel, waiting to see if they needed them before officially being sent home. Or was this so far into the season because it is 5 episodes in? Maybe she was an alternate that was sent home and then brought back drastically. And I think that may be what happened. But I just wanted to know if you like what you think of that whole situation because they multiple times said it that she's
I
plucked from her
don't
house.
I don't know anything for fact, for sure, or for fact, or for have heard. I haven't done any dive into the episode since watching it today.
Well, right.
I would speculate they're not keeping an alternate for a month in Costa Rica and
I know.
putting them up
Right.
and feeding them for several weeks. So if she ever was an alternate or because it's in another country, the alternate situation is we'll give you a 48 hour, like you might have to be here in some sort of situation. I don't think she was there. I do think she went from the couch to the challenge, but I don't think it was like, whoa, whoa, what? Like out of nowhere. I'm sure
Right.
she,
I think that she had plenty of I don't want to say notice, but like if Kara was when Kara went on the show this season, I'm sure she told the producers that her mother was not in great health. So I assume that the producers were ready with whatever was going to happen and said, and they discuss as you know, if Kara goes home, we'll bring in an alternate forward depending on how far we are into the season. Because yeah, so they bring in John A again. I look at John A the same way I look at Derek C. I look at them from like 2010, 2009, 8, 7, where they're just not great on the show. But John A did basically win two All-Stars. So, and then Derek C obviously did quite well and made it to a final in that swimming. Was that the swimming season 40 where
I
they had
don't
to
know.
swim for 8 hours?
Uh,
So, so maybe
yeah.
they're getting better. I don't know. But
Uh, uh,
again, both of them tonight, by the way. John A, not only with winning two All-Stars, but then Derek C obviously winning an elimination. Every week they're proving me wrong, but I still, for some reason, I
well,
can't help but look at them like I did back in the early 2000s. That's just
I
me.
don't think I'm not going to go ahead and say that I agree with you, but
Right.
I don't think I also don't disagree with you for looking at them this way. For me, have had a real big turnaround on Janae because she won two, and more than her ability to win is her personality. I feel like she was this like, uh, I don't know if I'm remembering wrong or if I misjudged her back in the day when she first came on, but I did not think of her as this cunning, smart, gamey, social player at all. She was like,
Right.
I'm pretty, I don't know. I
No,
didn't know.
you know what?
She
And
was
you're not. I
dating
don't think you're
Zach.
far off. I don't think you're far
She
off.
was,
She was recently removed from dating Zach, if you remember,
yes,
because I think they were on the same season of The Real World together. Cancun? I might be making that
whatever.
up. Might be
Yes,
making that
one
up.
of those.
I remember beach scenes or something. But, she's recently removed from dating him, and I remember them being on the show early on together and her just being, I mean, but they also showed more party stuff. They showed that side of the challenge. Like when we think of America right now, the girl on the show, we don't think of a party girl that tried to hook up with four people and got super drunk one night, even though that's what happened on the show. They just didn't decide to show it to us. You know what I mean? So, like, we look at John A from back in 2000, like, oh, she was a party girl. However, if they never showed us the party stuff and just showed her trying to be at the challenge, like, oh, she's not a good competitor, that's it. Maybe we wouldn't think of her as what you said, kind of like the not smart, cunning, whatever vibe,
Right.
because we look at her as like, oh, she's a party girl and whatnot. But they don't show that stuff anymore.
Sort of.
Like, honestly, a lot of these rookies to me, I don't want to say they don't have personalities. They're not given the opportunity really, but like we don't know what they're about. Like I don't look at America as a girl that would try to make out with four people and get super drunk, even though that's what she did, but I wasn't there to see it. So I don't look at her that way as like that type of person that would want to be into like
I
trying to
don't
make
think
out with all these
she's a
people.
type of person because of that. I mean, I think she got, well, anyway,
No, I
I
don't mean like that's her only that's it. That's
her
what she's pigeonholed
defining
into. But like
characteristic.
I wouldn't think of her as someone that would want to do that. But then again, Bananas said she did it. And apparently there's still a scene coming up that they've already obviously filmed of her and D making out. So we're gonna wait for that to see. Let's see if they even show it. Every episode they don't show it.
So it was to answer, a lot of people in our comments did answer that it was shown in the overall season trailer. So whether they're gonna, that's
Right.
where we
I
saw
know,
it.
I know
Or,
that's obviously when
okay.
it was shown. Yeah, it was never shown during the actual
Yeah,
series. But my point is, if they do decide to show it later on in the season,
I
then
doubt they
obviously it
will.
already happened and Bananas is there. Well, I'm gonna look for Bananas in the background if they show that makeout scene because Bananas said it already happened.
Um, so
Back to the show.
with back to the show with John A, I understand that you're saying I feel like we still understood at that time when John A was first introduced to us to some extent. There were still people that were good at game. I do think she's matured, grown, whatever.
100%.
And with Derek, I matured and grown for sure. I gotta say, and I don't want to get hate for this. Maybe it's just again a question of knowing him. I am not like as in love with Derek as it seems the general public is. I have nothing, I like Derek well enough. If I'm gonna be honest, was rooting for Ben tonight. Um,
Yeah, I wasn't rooting for I wasn't rooting for either, but I thought Ben was gonna win. I mean, I know Ben's not much bigger than him, but they kept saying, "Oh, I mean, this is," and they tricked me. I guess they got me, the producers, that Ben does all this MMA
yeah,
bare
knuckle
knuckle
boxing.
fighting.
I think he did
So
it once and it's like he
right.
in
He did
Spain,
it on
literally. I
vacation
don't
one time, and now
did
he's
it.
supposedly an expert.
Right.
What the hell?
Like I
No,
snorkel. I have done it. I wouldn't be like teaching a snorkeling class.
like
I
just zero, just like down and dirty nothing from Ben. He
well, what
he
I
got
would
he got plowed over, Pamela. And
he
we'll get
did, but I was surprised at how small Ben is because no, he was a lot like I think of Derek as tiny and Ben was maybe Derek's bigger than I think. It's so hard to understand
how tall do you think Ben is?
based on him being small, significantly smaller. Like I'd say 3 inches smaller than Derek.
You think he's shorter
Yes,
than
when they were
Derek?
next to each other, I was like, Derek
Wow.
is much bigger than him. Like when you
Okay,
see
I'm
them
gonna
next to
give you
each other.
I don't know if we can get the weight of Ben online. I thought Ben was like 6 feet, and I thought that I thought Derek was like 5'10". So maybe I'm way off here. I'm gonna look.
No,
All
their
right,
Ben
I'm
is
gonna look it up.
significantly smaller, and I thought there. I'm with you. Also, suffice it to say, just for people that are like, "What? You're an idiot." I have no scale. When it was the CT's backpack thing, I was like, "Oh shit." Bananas is, I think they're two big guys. You know what I mean? I think of them both as big, strong guys.
Yeah.
When you see one of them lifting the other one like a backpack, you realize one is much bigger. That is how I felt seeing Ben and Derek standing next to each other for this challenge. So I
So
think,
that Ben, I can't find a height for him online. Let me see if I can find
well,
Derek.
I'd like to say again, this is my Ben recency bias too, which why I'm like, oh, Team Ben right now.
Yeah.
I did listen to his podcast. And I adore Ben. I think he's adorable. I was bummed to see him go today. I really love his commentary. I love his takes. And he gave some fun insight to him and Michaela. So, anyway, his podcast was great. I don't know their heights, but Ben was smaller. I'm bummed. I liked Ben's attitude. I mean, obviously, we're jumping ahead now to the
It's fine.
finale, but I really liked his attitude, which was like, you know, for me, I don't want to be here, but this is a decent size match. If he had to go up against anyone, Derek is one of the smaller guys, and Ben is obviously a smaller guy. Um,
I see. I look at Ben and I think he's built like I am. Like I thought he was
I
six
would think
feet and
that too,
like
but he's not. He's got to be much littler than. Did you try
yeah.
and look it up?
I
I don't know.
can't find either height or weight of either of those guys. So
I
maybe
think for
someone in the comments
that,
can tell us the
well, I
height.
think we can say confidently. So let's you take over. You take us down a
Okay,
path.
well
Let's do
let's talk about the daily challenge. Let's talk about
okay.
dirt baller. They have to lift. They have to dig out 3 posts. They had to drag it to the side. They got to play some football, all because they want to advertise. And I guess we're going to advertise it tonight here on the Challenge After Show, a new movie called Him from the director of other films. His name's Jordan Peele. Um, okay, first of all, let's break that down. Marlon Wayans, right? That's the star. He comes on the screen. He says that in this movie he's playing a veteran quarterback that's trying to like still stick around in whatever this football league that he's in. Do you want to guess how old Marlon Wayans is in real life?
54.
53. You freaking nailed it, Pam.
Okay.
Name one 53-year-old quarterback that's ever continuously played in any type of professional league.
I
I'm
don't,
sure.
I mean, is he supposed to be? I don't know if he's
I don't
supposed,
know if it's professional. I don't know you know what? I don't know what kind of football league this is. My
I
point
don't.
is, though, is that Brady is praised for playing into his 40s. This dude's
Oh, I
53.
didn't take it as that the Marlon Wayans character was trying to play or
No,
was,
no, no, no. And I'm not, maybe the character's playing a 43-year-old, but
oh,
I
but
just think it
still,
just the actor himself is 53. I just thought it was very
I
interesting
thought
that he's.
maybe the Marlon Wayans character was coaching, but reliving wanted to
Oh,
relive his
I took it
young
as
days.
he's still in the league and is like his last leg here. He's trying
Well,
to.
to me, it's like first of all, I love it. For me, this was the best. Fuck you, Puss in Boots. Fuck you, like
Oh,
the.
so you're excited to see this movie. You thought this movie was
I
good.
love Jordan Peele.
I like Jordan Peele too, but I
Like
didn't think this
the
movie was very
idea of
good.
a horror football. Like I like the theme of like the faded beauty that wants to recapture you. Like I love a witch that wants to like take Snow White's beauty. I love that theme. So I like the footballer that's like, I want to take the youth's skill and strength. I think it will be cool.
Okay.
I liked it, and I thought if when they try and tie in Puss in Boots, like this challenge reminded me of Puss in Boots, or like this challenge. At least I was like, okay, we got the vets. They're old. They can't move like they used
All right, okay.
to.
You're
They have
liking the
a
tie-in
football
tonight.
thing. I'm not saying like I loved it, but I was like, I can, there's at least a kind of thematic tie-in here,
Yeah.
and at least like a demographic like Puss in Boots. Like,
Right,
don't get
right,
a
right. No, it's okay. Look,
family.
look. Fine. It was a little over the top for me, but then again, I'm over the top in general. So there you go. Who am I complaining
I
about?
liked
But
it.
listen to
I
this.
want a male trying to steal male youth essence. We haven't, there's a
Well,
lot
you're
of
gonna get it
witch
with this new movie,
stories.
apparently. But
Yeah, I'm
listen, Pam, like
excited.
the over the top, like there's no way they dragged out a TV like they would in like elementary, like in junior high school and high school. They drag out the TV when you knew you're having a movie day in your classroom. They're cheering on outdoors, like they're cheering at something. They didn't bring out a big screen for them to watch this trailer on. It was just overly. I'm like, what are they yelling about? They holding on an iPad. All the producers are showing. Here's the react to this trailer right now. It was just ridiculous. All
Uh,
those reactions. Come on, Pam.
did they show it before the daily challenge?
Yeah, but then they're like, okay, okay, can you guys cheer again and cheer again? And we're showing another cool clip right now. It was a little much for me.
Take me out. Didn't bother me. Like, of course they watched
Okay,
it
it
somewhere else.
bothered me, but I'm glad it didn't bother you. I'm glad you were able to get past it. Yeah, so and then they push on this him thing all the way to the elimination. And then TJ, I don't know if this is like a quote from the movie, but he says, sacrifice yourself to achieve greatness. They kept saying that line over and over and over again. So I'm not sure if it's from the movie or if it's just something that they're trying to do for the challenge now. But TJ just kept saying, you got to
Yeah,
sacrifice yourself.
that must be from the
Maybe,
movie.
but they
It
use
must
it
have been
multiple
said.
times.
It must be like the movie's tagline, and me and you both
I don't
didn't.
know. Yeah. Sacrifice yourself to achieve greatness. I don't know. Okay, first thing I noticed in the daily challenge. Ready for this? Your boy Ben, and I don't know why he looked like this. White as a ghost. I don't know. Maybe he had a ton of sunblock on, and his eyes were like red. He looked like Edward Cullen from Twilight. He looked like a vampire. Go back.
Um,
Everyone, go back and watch it because I did myself to make sure I wasn't going crazy. This dude, this is before, not like I get it. It was an hour and a half challenge. By the end, if you're looking like you're about to pass out, I get it. Before the daily challenge, he was white as a ghost and he had red, his eyes were red. It was really interesting. So Ben looked like a vampire to me. That's the first thing I noticed. Why don't you give me your overall thoughts and we'll do a deep dive? Because I got more thoughts on
so
Ashley,
overall,
on all these other people.
you know I love Ben. Feel
And you
like
didn't notice the red eyes and the
I didn't
white, pale,
notice.
pale white.
I didn't notice,
All right.
but I believe you. Maybe he was not in top form. Like maybe he was under the. I don't know why. We'll have to
I wish
track
I had
him.
I should pull up a clip. I should pull up a clip.
I didn't notice. I feel like maybe it's unfair to say this, but I feel like Ben might not be super sporty.
Which is interesting because what does he commentate on? Like, what's his,
He
not that
might
he had to be good.
enjoy sports, but
No,
not
no, not that you have to be good at sports, but like a lot of
sports.
people that get into like sports commentary like grew up on like liking to like play sports, so they couldn't go much further, so they decided to like, okay, well, we probably should switch this up. What does he commentate on? What are his different ones? You
Sports.
know,
I don't know what sport.
thanks. It's just so specific here. Oh, it's sports though. It's sports
Just
related and sports.
sports.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I can look it up too, I guess. But anyways, all right.
Yeah. I mean,
So
like, I feel like I have literally never kicked a football. So what everyone was saying about how you do it might make sense if you have kicked a football. Maybe I did in like whatever elementary school when you had to play a certain sport for a certain chapter
yeah.
of school. I don't recall. I wouldn't know what to do either. Clearly, our boy Ben has also never kicked a football, right? Is that mean to say, or is it?
No,
I mean,
he's absolute garbage. It was
he was
garbage, Pam.
not good at it. And I went, and on the upside, I was going to say, okay, Michaela, because I was like, ugh, Michaela, after next week, you better do something moderately impressive
You
or
gotta give her props. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, she
yeah,
won
good
two in a
for
row.
her.
It's not easy to do.
It's not.
You're also with a different partner every week. You're trying to get used to that new partner. So for her to do it 2 weeks in a row is very impressive. This is also going to put a target on her back. And guess what? She has literally no alliance. So good luck with that, Michaela. She even does talk about it in her talking head. So she's with us. Like you need to Michaela, I know you don't like anybody, and all you want to do is shit on people, and we'll get into that later because she shits on John A coming up in a bit. Like, instead of shitting on everybody, why don't you take what they're good at and bring it in and use it? But no, you think you're better than everyone, so you can't do that. You're too good for it. I don't
Yes.
get it. But anyway, we'll
It's
get into
not
that.
just that she doesn't have allies, it's that she's like, ugh,
I know. That's my
Omar
point.
Farah, don't get me started. What an idiot. John A doesn't know what the fuck. It's like, all right, Michaela, like, calm down. So, also, what Ben did say is that it wasn't emphasized, but Michaela was definitely Team Bananas. So, like, just for our knowledge, where she shakes out in if we're doing the girls, there's that room which is Nani, the vet girls basically,
Yeah.
and then Olivia and the British Alliance, and apparently Anissa, who we'll wait until we get to the vote to talk about that. But yeah, Ben. This elimination I thought was really interesting. It was
Daily
different,
challenge. Yeah.
cool. It took, or yeah, the daily challenge. It was cool, and there was a lot of surprises for me of like who did well and who didn't do. Like America and Leroy did well. I wouldn't think America would be a big help in digging and lifting, and they did well. And then like, yeah, it was a surprising the way things shook out. Not completely surprising, but there were a few teams that did well that I was surprised by, and then a few that, were less surprising. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and here's my conspiracy. So Ben can't kick the football for like, and they show all his turns. They show there's a ton. There's 8, 9, 10, whatever it is. They showed them all. Then they show Olivia, and of course she hits it on her first try. My conspiracy is she did hit it, obviously, and that's great. But I don't know if she did it on her first try.
Right.
So
If it
that's a
might
little
not have been
conspiracy in
right away.
there. They want to make Ben look as bad for the narrative of the show. Totally get it. And someone will tell us in the comments, no, she really did first try. Then that's great. But I do think that she may have had to try a couple times.
It's very
Uh,
possible. And I just feel like, God, this sucks because, again, I'm recency biased. Oh, I fell in love with Ben last week. Like, don't do that to us. Don't make me fall in love with Ben and then get rid of him. Loved Ben last week. We got to see his personality. He had a daily win. We got to see all this stuff. And then now, based on a stupid, which we'll get to, a stupid premise, he was nominated, then a tie, then a coin flip has what led us to lose Ben. I'm like,
but also Pamela, uh, yeah, but also a very poor performance in the elimination. We cannot ignore that. It was awful. He's going against. I'm sorry. It's Derek C. This dude doesn't work out. This dude's he's just a regular guy. Like as far as like muscle build goes. Ben, even though he's a regular guy too, he didn't. Derek C. ran over him like
he
he
did.
was
No,
not even
Derek
there.
C. Derek C. dominated. No, no, it is what it is. I wish Ben wasn't in that position and that he didn't have a tackle. I think also, even if you're, who was it that we saw majorly fail? And I think it was Olivia against maybe Tori, maybe someone else. And it's like, if you're not used to like,
Well, there's
whoosh,
also Jenny. Also, didn't Jenny also fail against?
Jenny failed against Tori. Tori
Yeah.
train wrecked Jenny. That was one thing. But there was someone that was like well matched, and we're like, oh, okay, I guess. And I think it was Olivia. I'm 90% sure it was Olivia. And I think in her after interviews or post, she was like, if you are not used to like someone crashing at your body full force, like I think this is where the experience, the know-how was just on Derek's side, being involved in these, even if Ben, aka the knuckle boxer, has I find if you don't play sports like that and you're not particularly athletic, this is just a hard thing to like.
Yeah, we used to play a similar game on the playground in elementary school. I don't know if anyone else ever did this, but you'd be on like the baseball diamond, right?
Uh,
And there'd be two kids on home plate, and one would run down the first base line, and one would run down the third base line at the exact same time, and you'd see who could get back home first. And if you think about it, so you're running opposite way. So
oh,
you'd meet at the second base and kind of have to dodge each other, and then
mhm.
whoever touches home plate first when they get back is the winner. But I mean, mind you, how dangerous that was because both people are going for the exact same spot, and if you hit at the right time, I mean, you're bouncing off each other.
Right,
I don't
but you're
remember anyone ever getting hurt though.
Right. Most people probably would avoid the crash, like if you had the option and weren't in a tunnel.
Right, you could
Like,
well, and you could see the other person running down the third base
right,
line,
that's what I'm
and you were
saying.
down the
It's
first base line,
you
so you can see
have
it
to
coming.
crash into someone in that instance.
But we used to play that in elementary school, so
We used to
yeah.
play bonk, which was like bumper cars
Bonk.
with body, where you'd hold a couch pillow and just run into each other and slam each other down into the
In
couch.
elementary school, they let you bring those out to
It-
recess.
no, 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 no. At home, in
I know.
our, like me and my sister and brother used to play like run at you with a pillow and ram you to
We used to
fall.
build houses out of the pillows. All the couch pillows, big, like,
Sure.
we build forts and stuff. It was a good
Yeah,
time. Man,
will
good
do.
times.
Yeah, that.
All right, back to the show
Actually,
again. Let's get anything else on the daily challenge. Oh, I got one for you. Ashley. Ashley was starting to piss me off, and she's been
oh,
pissing me off
Ashley.
this whole season. She's kind of like, well, I don't blame her for the Anissa stuff, but her and Anissa obviously have a history. They were the rivals team on the challenge All Stars 5 or whatever.
Well, I don't
But
blame her with this either, because
oh, you don't blame her with this one either?
oh no, I mean with Anissa.
No, with Anissa,
Anissa
that's what
was
I mean.
like,
Like Anissa stuff, I don't blame her, but this thing.
no, this with Jeremy. Let Jeremy tell
What
how
the hell?
the
She's
lead.
like, she
Ashley,
hates,
what do you,
first of all, she hates working with rookies. Well, that's all you're gonna get. That's who you have to work with, most likely. They are starting to do like rookie pairs, I've noticed, because they're kind of running out of people. But like for the most part, Ashley, you're gonna have to work with rookies. And she says that they never listen to her. Well,
I mean,
guess what? Guess what, Ashley? Grab a mirror because you don't listen either. So, like, what are we doing
right.
here?
What's his name did listen to her last week. I forget who her partner was, but
Leo or Cedric? I mix them up. Leo or Cedric? Wait, is his name even
whoever it
Cedric?
was did listen to her, but all she was saying was like, shut up, babe, shut up, shut up,
Yeah,
and
I know.
this
During the
is like,
Sudoku,
let
yeah, Sudoku.
Jeremy take the lead in a digging thing. Like, I love you, Ashley, but are you how much experience in construction does Ashley have? Not that Jeremy per se knows better, but no, it would
Y'all are
be
digging holes. Like, just dig the hole. Like, what could he possibly be doing that's that wrong? When he's digging this
exactly.
hole.
It's not Sudoku. I understand that you're like, look, I'm an expert at this. Just like back off and let me do it. But like at digging a hole, how much micromanaging do you need to do to him?
She's excellent at digging her own holes and putting herself into those holes, maybe. All right, so that Ashley thing stuck out to me. Hour and a half challenge also stuck out to me. That's a long time to be out in the heat, the sun, wherever. I don't know how hot it was.
Yeah. Yeah, that's got to be a full body exertion too.
Yeah, and then basically just yeah, Ben and Olivia hot mess, but they still finished in 12th place. Derek K and Izzy finished 13th, and then Derek C and D finish in last. And so there you go. That's the Derek C that I'm used to, is him not doing hot
Yeah.
in these daily challenges. D, I don't really know what she's all about. I thought she was going to be a strong competitor, but I mean, un- this was a I'm not saying this is like a male-oriented challenge, but can I say it a little bit? Like you're digging holes. Like if
Absolutely.
you get
No.
Bill, if you get stuck, if you're with a jacked up dude like a Will or a Jake, I mean, I'm pretty sure you're gonna have a
Yes.
little more success than if you're with a Derek C. Let's just be real here. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you.
Look at the guys who came in last were Derek C, other Derek, right?
Derek K, who's always injured now.
Ben,
He's always injured.
or
Ben,
all the smallest guys. No, this is that's not a mean. This was a straight. You're digging a hole and lifting gigantic things. Like
yeah, and
that's why I
let's
was
give
surprised.
Michaela
America,
let's give Michaela some credit. Not only is she with Jake, so that's helping her. Michaela's a strong woman. Like
Michaela,
she's
all
got
props to Michaela
endurance, she's
and her.
got the strength side of it. So she's a stronger woman paired with one of the strongest guys. I mean, that's going to help you
Yeah,
win this thing.
definitely.
Where did I didn't write this down. Where did Gabe and Leica finish? Because I thought they would be going to be a
That's
strong
so
team
funny because
today.
I was just thinking about
I wrote down the
Asia.
bottom three, but I didn't write down where they finished. Anyways,
No, four. They came in fourth.
yeah, see, so there you
Oh
go.
yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah. Okay, so no, they came in fourth. Maybe third or fourth or something like that, but they were in the. I was just writing one, two when
that's
people
fine. I mean that they're in the top
really. So
five.
they
That's
did. They
huge.
didn't get featured a lot, but yes, they did
And they
well.
should be a
They
strong
did.
team. Yeah,
Yeah,
they should have finished
yeah.
early. Okay, so Michaela and uh, Jake get to save a team. That's their job now. They get to
Okay,
save a team during the selection, and then the jury can't pick them.
right.
So there you go. That's what they get. Uh, this next scene is right before the party. This is where Michaela is shitting on Janae, which again, I'm like, my God, Janae's just got to the house. If she is this great competitor that everyone thinks she is now, and she doesn't know what you're up to, Michaela, why not befriend her and see if she wants to work with you? I don't, maybe.
Michaela doesn't need anybody. I've changed my tune. Michaela needs nobody. She'll win
Apparently.
everything. She's the best.
Watch her win this damn season, but again, I don't see it with the way that she's doing things. We get to the party scene. This is what I wanted to bring up with you. We're gonna get into who Derek C wants. That's a whole thing, but really
Well,
quick. Well, go. Sorry, Pam. Go on.
sorry. No, I'll say, go ahead.
I
Sorry.
just wanted to mention real quick because I had mentioned this. It's not a huge talking point, but I had mentioned when Jeremy and his three Janes made the team. I was like, man, I think another rookie that they should consider is Gabe. I literally said this right away. And now Jeremy at the party is like, hey, Gabe, like, let's not go. Let's like try to work together. I'm like, that, my God, you should have done this from the
Hey,
start. What are we
listen to
doing here?
you, Dan. I was gonna say, poor, not a big showing from Tarzan and the Janes. Like they announced that in a basement one day, and then I didn't even. I was like, who are the girls involved in
Well,
this?
right. So not a great not a great showing from the team so far, but
Right, from the alliance.
Jeremy has performed well. Sydney has performed well. Leica has performed well. And is D the last one? Is it D? Is she the last Jane? I
Yes,
think.
yes, she is. It
And,
is.
and she's kind of I don't know how I feel
Not as
about it
much
yet.
as I thought from her. Yeah, no, they've all performed fine.
But
But
I
yes,
thought,
as
why
a,
not grab another dude in there? And now look, he finally is. Grab another rookie. And
yeah,
now let's get into Derek C. And I just think it's go big or go home is what he wants to do here. And he wants either Jeremy or Will, I think it is. And I'm
yeah,
like, dude, you're out of your mind.
it's
Because if it is a strength, this is before I knew what it was going to be. I wrote down right away. If this is a strength competition, Derek, you're just sending yourself home by literally saying you want Jeremy or Will. Like that's such a silly thing to do. Like if you really want to go big, just let them do that. Let them choose for you. Then, if that's who you, if those are your two guys that you think you want to go against, keep your mouth shut and let the jury decide if you don't care. I don't know.
yes. I think it's completely obnoxious personally because it's like, well, you're basic. That's almost. I think it's obnoxious because it gives you the total out of being like, oh, there was no way I could have won if it was something like what it was actually. So it's like, yeah, if it's something mental and not physical, you have a great chance against one of those guys. Maybe I'm not
Maybe
saying
I
that
don't.
they're
Here,
not. I'm not saying they're not. But then you also are giving yourself such an out because it's like, well, he had no way of winning this. And
let
what
me ask
makes
you this,
me
Pam.
pissed. Wait, I'm just like, where did Ben? Then why didn't everybody who loves Derek give him one of those guys then? Well, how did Ben come to be I mean, I sort of know how on the girls' end, but like, great. Derek wanted Jeremy or
Yeah,
Will.
they
Give Derek Jeremy or
they
Will.
saved him from himself, Pamela. That's what
Well,
the
that's
jury did
another
apparently.
pride cometh before the fall. It's like it's good that they saved him from his pride with that I don't even think it's prideful. That's where I'm flipping on myself. I think it's like the opposite of prideful because
Yeah,
it's like
and
me saying, I want to have a race that might be running. Give me Theo or Lolo. It's like, well, I'm not going to win that.
yeah,
So
they're
then
gonna.
if it's like something tailor made
You
to me,
might no, you'd beat Theo now in running though, probably, Pam.
I
Uh,
still don't think so.
real
But
quick though, like you mentioned, like that Derek might have the edge, and if it's like a smart contest, we don't
right.
know anything about Jeremy or Will yet.
Jeremy
They could
seems
both be
smart too.
very good. Yeah, I don't see. That's my point. It's like, dude, Derek, what do you know that you're better at than with them? You don't.
That's
So,
if I lose, it was never a fair battle anyway, is the cop out that came to for me. It's like
well, my whole
you're
thing to
you're
Derek.
giving yourself a
Let me ask Derek a
Goliath.
question though, real quick. You be Derek. You be Derek.
Okay.
Derek, you want Jeremy or Will, who, and you don't really know if they're smarter than you or not, but and you know, but you know they're more physical, Derek. So let me ask this: are you on this show to win the money, or you just want to go home? Like I don't understand his thought. You're supposed to try to win the game, so go against someone you think you can beat, not you want to make a big play on episode 5. Sorry, Pamela.
Hold
Oh,
on,
sorry, Derek. I'm
I
so
have
sorry.
Derek,
Go ahead,
and I have
Derek.
an answer.
Yeah,
Thank you for asking that very thoughtful question.
yeah.
The way I'm seeing it is I'm assuming I'm smarter than a lot of these people, and I know I have more experience. So if you put me into the elimination against a really beefy young rookie and it's a game that I'm more suited for, I have a good chance to win. And if I lose to one of those guys, well, fuck. Who would not lose to them in a
Well,
something
how
like
about
that?
this,
I'm
Derek?
not embarrassing myself.
How about this, Derek? I'm going to give you Ben instead. Deal with it. There you go.
Bummer. Yeah.
Bummer.
For
Bummer.
both of us. Yeah.
All right. So there was that whole thing at the party. Uh,
Oh, he
anything else at the
wants
party?
Derek and Will.
Oh,
Oh, and then they save. Okay.
yeah.
So then Olivia's excuse made no sense because they were at risk. She was like, well, then that's what threw me off and made me wonder, well, why did so okay, so he wanted Jeremy or Will, right? But
That's what I wrote down.
Will and Aviv were saved, correct? By
No, 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 no.
uh
Sorry. Who won?
Michaela
And
and
Michaela
Jake.
and Jake saved Leo and John A.
So why didn't they give Derek Will or Jeremy?
Because, and this is, and it's it again, the challenge is all about we're not going to show you party stuff anymore. We want the focus to be on all the decisions that they're making, all this great competition and brain strategies. Well, how about you show it to us in a way that we can digest it instead of being super confused? So this is what happened, Pam. This is just what I take from it because it's a jumbled mess. They all start just all of a sudden the house just starts saying, "Oh, Olivia said she wants to do it. She doesn't mind being the hangnail." And then they show a quick clip of like they show the clip of what they're saying she said and then what she actually said. But it goes by so fast unless you watch it 20 times you're like, "Wait, what?" So what I took from the real clip from Olivia actually opening her mouth and who knows, she could have spewed other stuff that they didn't show. Basically what I took was she's so confident in her alliance. If she has to be the hangnail, she's got the allies to support her not being the hangnail going in. However, then later on, so then now she goes in. However, later on in the episode, Leroy does a talking head where he literally says, "Olivia, you shouldn't have done that. Mark my words, we're all gonna vote you in. You'll be the hangnail." It's like, okay, Olivia, all
Okay.
right.
This is a Dan, you and I reading this almost completely opposite because I was like, I understand. So they came back from the club. Olivia's probably a little buzzed, and and Ashley is
Mhm.
whining about being having to be the hangnail.
When she's not the hangnail yet, though, but
Well,
yes,
she's not, but she's saying, but I don't want to be because basically they have that conversation,
right.
and that's fair. And Olivia
Yeah.
jumps in. I think both things are simultaneously true. So Olivia jumps in and goes,
Right.
whatever. I wouldn't care if I was the hangnail to Ash, like man up, basically. If you're going to be the hangnail, stop whining about being the hangnail, is I think what she meant.
I can get on board with that.
She
Sure, sure.
but what she said, and if you say this in any capacity, I think again, everything is accurate. I don't think she was saying, I volunteer to be the
No,
hangnail.
she didn't.
I
No.
will be the hangnail. But she's sitting there running her mouth,
Right.
saying, if I were the hangnail, I wouldn't mind. I would be the hangnail. Whatever. I don't think it's a big deal to be the hangnail. I
Right.
would be the hangnail.
And why
And when
wouldn't
you
she
put that
mind?
out, and everybody loves Derek and doesn't want him to lose, and he's going in, and your partner, your Olivia, going, fine, I don't care if I'm the hangnail. I wouldn't care. Which is, I do think she was saying, I would not care, not I don't care or I volunteer. I wouldn't care. Once you say that, and Ben is pretty unprotected, and Derek is the most protected person in the house, as we learned last week. They're like, great, she volunteers as tribute. That means Ben is the one she definitely put Ben's neck on the line, Olivia, by saying, A, she doesn't care if Ben goes in. He's not in her alliance and she doesn't care about him and he did shitty. And B, she does feel protected. So, which is why she ran her mouth and why the girls, Nani, Aviv, so Ashley, the vet girls, and Anissa, until it wasn't convenient for Anissa, this is what I want to talk about, are like, great, this bitch just gave us a perfect opportunity to save our friend Derek and make her the hangnail. Like, clap, clap.
Another example
Whoa.
real quick of her not being worried about being the hangnail is during the challenge when he missed like 8 field goals in a row. This girl was so calm and you can look at it like, "Oh, she's being such a good teammate." I just think she's like,
I
I
was
have
like,
no
she's so
associate.
supportive. I did. I was like falling. She was like, "You're doing good, Ben. You're doing
Yeah,
great."
but so then I'm reading that way too, Pam. But then I'm like, wow, she's being really supportive. Oh, wait, but she also doesn't care if she loses. She doesn't care about being the hangnail, and she doesn't care about Ben because he's not in her alliance. So is the only reason she's not freaking out and getting pissed is because she doesn't really care if she loses or not in this case
Well,
because
if
of the
they
situation.
lost, then because we didn't know until
Well,
we
she would have
knew
been
that
the
it was a
hang.
girls or a guys. But when did they reveal? We didn't know
I
going into
thought they revealed it before.
at some point because I wrote like I like that we don't know if it's a girls or a guys.
You're right. I don't think they revealed it till the end of the daily. But
Yeah.
let's be real. Like these, all these, all these challengers, they talk off camera and they just talk, hey, which one? And they all kind
But
of
if you
know.
lose, you're automatically in. If she lost and it was a girls' day, she's
No,
in.
I know that, but I think that even though maybe I think they knew beforehand if it was going to be a boy or girls. I just think so because not necessarily that the production told them or that TJ
Right.
told them, but I just think that amongst themselves they're like, well, it was this last week, and the way that these, I know it can be a double in a row, I know they can go boy boy then a girl and a but whatever, but like I think they figured out the math because they're there and we're not. I
If
mean, they're just
Olivia loses next week, then we'll understand the title of Pride Cometh Before the Fall because I think Olivia is really feeling secure right now, clearly. Whether she was not
but Leroy
afraid.
said, you heard what Leroy said, she's gonna be going in next week, so we'll find out.
Well, if they have their, unless something happened, that's where it's like, even if you are the most sittingest, prettiest person in the world, you don't want to go in. As we learn
I
from
agree.
this, don't volunteer yourself. What we learn in the challenges, do not volunteer yourself. So she spoke about volunteering herself and it came true. Now my Anissa observation.
Please.
I'm team Ashley now with that Anissa is the flippiest, floppiest fish out of water. It's like, oh,
No, say it right. No, say her quote right, Pamela. Don't you do her a disservice.
the
Anissa
flippiest,
flips and flops more than a dead fish, actually.
more than a dead fish. Oh, more than a fish out of water.
No, she
That's what
messed
she
up.
meant.
Yeah, you're doing it
More
the
than a
right
dead
way.
fish,
Yeah.
but she's right. No, but anyway, Olivia,
Ashley and Anissa.
Ashley and Anissa became Olivia in my mind for a second. Um, Ashley and Anissa. I like Anissa, and I'm always like, no, Anissa's loyal. She's just measured, and she is considerate, and she's got lots of friends. And she no, Anissa fucking fuck you was in this room telling these girls, okay, this is my alliance. Then at the first vote says, oh, my friend is Olivia, but this is this, and it's a big decision. So burn vote, lame. We know that's lame too. Burn votes are lame. Don't nominate yourself. Don't do a burn vote. And then second lame, when it comes head to head, is then you're going to go against the whole Vet Girl Alliance for Olivia. Like, again, her best friend, just like that girl on that All-Star season was her best friend. I'm like, her and Jaleesa, like I don't enough best friends. Anissa has too many best friends. You can't have that many best friends. Olivia's your best friend. Like you've done two challenge with her. I just, it's like you're gonna go against the entire girl that alliance that you're rooming with because Olivia's your number one. It just
Well,
seems
let's okay. So I'm gonna break it down from what I think is Anissa's perspective, and I'm with you. I'm with you on the Ashley thing. Anissa's always pisses me off, but she's pissing me off this season too. Who is Anissa friends with in the Vet Girl Alliance? She obviously hates her and Ashley. You can pretend that they made up at the end of Rivals. They did not. They'll never talk to each other again, but now they have to because they're on the challenge again. And producers know that, so they put him in the room. Ha ha ha. She doesn't
yeah.
like Ashley. Her and Nani, do they seem to like each other? I don't know. Name some more of the vet girls because I'm guaranteeing you she's not really friends with any of these
We
vet
got
girls.
Aviv, Nani, Ashley, now Donna.
Aviv has not been on the show in forever. Like
Aviv's a
so
competitor too. She doesn't want probably want to fuck around with Anissa. It's like I
I don't know.
don't
I just yeah, right
right like
because Anissa is not a competitor.
well right. Aviv is like there to I think Aviv's like
My
I
point is
lose
like
my family.
like it's not like Rachel's in the house where she has this history with Anissa or any other person that's been on the show with Anissa a lot. Aviv
Corey
did
and
like
Anissa,
one,
I believe, are good friends in real life, but it's like you
I
and
just
Olivia
don't think
are
Anissa. Not that I agree with what she's doing. I just don't think she's really wants to be a part of this vet alliance. So that's why she's doing what
I
she's doing.
guess, but it's the best if
And
she's
she's playing both. She's trying to play both sides. You know what I mean? Oh,
She's definitely trying to play both sides and stay protected as long as she can. And I
right.
also believe that she is friends with Olivia and feels for Olivia. I don't think it was necessarily strategy per se, because I don't think anyone's out to save Anissa. No offense on Olivia. I don't think that alliance is going to be like, we're saving Anissa
Yeah, well,
either.
we all know that. Anissa needs to learn to know that because every season Anissa gets screwed, and she's like, "I thought you were my friend." So when these vet girls go at her now because they know that she's with Olivia, you know Anissa's going to do a monologue. I can't believe Nani threw me in. Well, Anissa, yes, you should.
Well, also Anissa in that point, at that point, I feel like
Elisa,
Anissa for self-preservation should have voted with her room just because it's like, I can't say, literally, this is the second vote, a tiebreaker. We don't want another tie. I'm scared of what's going to happen. I love you, Olivia, but it's not a girl's day. I'm voting. She should have, I feel like it would have made sense and she would have saved face with her whole room of girls who, I just feel like it was dumb of her because now any protection that they would have felt just out of longevity loyalty, just out of like, we've been doing this together for a million years, it'd be out the window for me. I'd save a vet or a rookie that I'd rather work with now over Anissa because it's like, you cannot be trusted. You have no loyalties. A friend to everyone. She's like the Josh of a friend to everyone is a friend to no one. You
she
can't pledge
and
your loyalty to anybody.
on the spectrum of friendship on the challenge, Michaela's on one side and Anissa's on the other side. There you go.
I mean,
Anissa
neither
won.
are great. Anissa's slightly
Neither are
better.
great places to be, right?
Neither are great places to be. Anissa, I do really like, and I do believe there's genuine, I don't think she's a shady, bitchy liar that's playing everybody. Like, I don't think she's malicious per se, but at a certain point, when you're putting people in these positions because they don't know where you're going to fall, you become a liability. And it's the same with Josh. It's like Johnny's your friend and this is your friend, but this is your alliance, but this is it's like Anissa, where do you stand?
Right.
This is the house divided.
One more great line from Ashley tonight about Anissa is when she said, also, she, meaning Anissa, is loyal only to losing the challenge.
It was amazing.
It was a great line because it's true. Anissa loses a lot despite everyone giving her all these flowers and awards and segments of the show showing her 26 and 26 record of elimination score. I think it's 13 and 13. But either way, it's
Well,
average. She's mediocre at best. My God, people, get it together. Go on.
my season for me of like taking the wool out from my eyes with certain people that I've loved forever and want to love. Like Anissa, it's like she is a flip-flopper. She does not have loyalty. I hate to say it. Derek, not C, other Derek, who
Derek
I
K.
love, Derek K. It's like Derek K might be past the prime. He might be
Father Time never
Father Time has
fails,
not been this
Pamela.
kind to him, and he's little to begin with, so you need that grit and speed. I still love him, and you know, and Michaela might not be a great strategist despite all her talk about strategy. There's certain things that I might be having to unwillingly acknowledge as truth this season. We'll see. I'm still open.
The last thing on the selection was Theo kind of called out. He didn't call
Yes,
out Nani, but he just
he
called out
did.
people. Well, he called out people that haven't won the challenge, basically,
Well,
and
she
obviously,
called out the call out, and it's like, I don't know, if you've been here over 12 times and you've never won, then maybe I'm talking to you.
uh,
Like, like he didn't call her out, but he said, if you've never won a challenge and you've been in
I
15,
loved it though. I mean, I loved
I
it.
did too. Oh, I love a don't give a shit Theo attitude. I like Theo's,
Yeah.
I'm loving Theo's personality this season. He might not be there for the run-in, but
He's
he's
not.
there with the
He is
word.
not. He's running his mouth. That's for sure.
I
Uh,
I like it. I like it because I love Nani. I also forgot how much I like Nani without Casey and in that whole alliance.
I think everyone's in that boat at this point.
Like, right,
Hey,
it's like, oh, Nani, we love you. You're
yeah,
fun and cool. Yeah.
yeah. If only we could have told her that it wasn't going to work out 5 years ago, she wouldn't
No,
have
I don't
listened.
begrudge her her I again like I not to be an Anissa, but like look, I like everyone can do what they want, but I personally am happy to see.
And we don't know why they broke up either. We're obviously just speculating on why her and Casey broke up. I just honestly think, and I think that Casey did something she probably wasn't supposed to, and everyone's like, "Oh, Dan, how dare you say that?" That's how I feel. All
Well,
right,
according to Nani,
right,
we'll break up. It was a loving, there was no scandal.
nothing.
I do think that even it, listen, people break up. They broke up. They dated and they broke up. They seem fine with it. I'm fine with it. Um, but who else? So Nani also Leo. Who else has there that has not won a challenge?
Well,
That is
who are you saying? Why you said Leo?
Nani.
You
Sorry,
say
not Leo, Leroy.
oh
So who
Leroy?
else
Yeah,
is there that has
Nani.
never?
Not Nani and Leroy. I think has Anissa actually won, or she made it to a
Yeah.
final. We finally remember we finally saw her in the final. They were like, "Oh yeah, that's what we thought would happen to you in the final," and she didn't do well. That's when didn't that isn't that when Jordan was like dragging her through like a little side area and she couldn't handle the somewhat rough road off road that is. All right, yeah, those three. I
Tanya
mean,
like snapping back. She's like, "You failed at this mountain to like the first challenge," and he's like, "I'm just saying." If you, Theo's very cool with his words this season. He's like, I'm not." I loved Theo's obnoxious, and I love Nani, but yeah, he definitely had a point.
all right. Well, let's get into the elimination. The elimination, I believe, is
So we
called.
have to say that it winds up being a tie. Then it's a fucking coin
Oh,
flip.
I know. So yeah, let's real quick. That's a great point, Pam. What should they should have done something different here, but I don't know what they should have done. Now, the first mistake they made was saying, okay, now you can only vote for the top two teams. They should have left that part out and said everyone revote, okay, and then let them vote for all four teams again. Um, and if it comes back the same again, then you do something different. But I don't think they expected if they knocked it down to the top two that it would be tied again. But there was only two teams that burned voted. So if each of them votes for the other, then it's a tie, and that's what happens. So it's like, you know, there's let's put our heads together, and there's got to be a better way to
Winning
do this.
team should have picked who goes in.
What's that?
The winning team, Michaela and
Okay, they should have warned them then. They should have said if
Michaela, no, and Jake should have picked.
at
Should have been
least
the
warn them
tiebreaker.
though. Say, hey, look, if you guys tie again or won't change your vote to not be a tie, Michaela and whatever they get to come down and pick whoever the f they want, whoever they want. That's like not even in the
Ever they want.
pool.
You're right.
Any
Not
jury,
just
yeah, any jury team, yeah, any team that's here.
any
So
team
not even
except
the
the
ones that were
city.
voted. They don't have to choose between the two. No, anyone. So then that
If
would
there's
put some
another
fire under their
tie,
ass.
yes. Because I feel like a coin flip is so unfair.
It
I
was
mean,
lame. Yeah, it was no good.
it's just that's a hard pill to swallow if you're, I mean, it's just a shitty way to
Oh,
go.
I wanted to mention TJ. Do you know? I don't know if he's done this every episode. He's standing on an island on the pool, like a little square island thing. It's like no bigger than his, like basically his body. He stands in the middle of the pool on like this little island, like this little concrete platform. At least he was tonight. And so I'm gonna go. I gotta look back. Obviously it's in the same spot every week. There's it's a pool. It's like a long pool, and he just stands in the middle of the pool.
I did not notice that. Really cool. And I have no idea. I feel like I'm in a Simply Irresistible video. Like I'm trying to just get
You
myself
have a
looking.
filter on, Pamela.
How do I turn it off?
You didn't know you put. I thought you put the filter on because you wanted to have like
No,
lipstick
I'm
or
like,
something
why
on.
do I look like I have lipstick on sometimes? And then
Pamela, you're the best. Oh man, I thought you were just trying out filters for fun.
so weird. No, I'm trying. I'm like, why
Pamela,
am
the
I?
comment section's gonna go crazy.
Ooh, I'm like swimming and I'm like,
Your
my
lipstick is
face
popping
is
up on your forehead,
so
Pamela.
crazy.
I
No,
thought
I
you
don't know what
knew.
the filter is. And aren't we in that?
I was like, yo, we're gonna get some comments this week.
It's
We're going
insane.
100 comments this week. Pam, this guy.
The background, here's the cool behind the scenes tea. I tried to make me and Dan a thing, like a background,
Which we
but
can
but
still,
I,
Pamela, we can still put, we can still have a
well, I
cool,
think it's somehow in my, like it's residual because I just hopped on after playing around with that to this, and now this is happening. So
Pam. I think if you go to
I'm
the,
trying, but it's not
if you
unclear.
go to the three dots,
No, it says blur my background fine and FaceTime HD camera.
Don't unFaceTime right now. Just maybe
Okay,
mess
I'm
with
not
this
going to do
after.
anything right now. We're almost through the episode.
Don't unzoom me. Yeah, don't
No, I'm
unzoom
not
me
going
right
to
now.
undo anything. We're just going to finish it out alien style. Like,
I it's been that way the whole time, Pam. I love that
I
you
know.
just I
That's why
love
I'm
that you're
trying
did you,
not to look
so
at my.
Pam, just to be clear, you didn't notice the whole time that you had
I did.
lipstick on.
I knew it was blurred, but I was like, is my lighting
No, but
weak?
did you notice you have lipstick on? It put pink.
Yes, I've been noticing that and I can dodge the lipstick. I've been playing a game of.
Okay, all right. I didn't even know if you knew this. Okay, notice.
But then
Okay,
I
here
was
we
like,
go.
I look green
It's
and
the
I'm kind of
best.
happy because I happen to have a rash right now. So it's like, ooh, it's all filtered out. Cool. But I didn't do it on purpose. Anyway,
I only noticed the lipstick and it's fantastic.
it's
Okay.
the lipstick, but also I'm like, it's like when, like I don't really look like a real human person. There's like a green screen thing happening behind.
It's definitely yeah. So there's something on the yeah, but then obviously you have the background blurred as well, so it's like a double
Yeah, it's a
thing.
combination of a few things. Not sure what, but I'll get to the bottom of it when we're done with this.
I
Hopefully,
can't
people
wait.
are
If
listening.
next week on episode 6, if next week you still look like that because you couldn't figure it out, that's even better. So you're like, I'm stuck like this the rest of the season.
Irresistible.
Okay, let's do this. The arena. I is it called him? Like what is the? I don't even know what it's called.
Oh, that's the movie
No,
tie-in
I know that, but
theme.
what was it? Collider Hall Brawl with a football twist. I wrote that down, but Collider, like I don't even know what it's called.
I know.
Um, again, I'll just say one more time. I'm shocked at how poor Ben did. Uh, he was awful. He had no gusto. He had no grit. He had no grime. He had
Almost-
no strength. He just collapsed like a deck of cards,
He
like
did
a
not
tower of
do
cards. It
well.
was awful. I don't know.
He did not do well. He did not do well. I've got to say this. Have you ever watched the television show The Goldbergs?
Sure. I mean, it takes place in the 90s, right? Or when does it take 80s?
90s,
It's
80s,
a
all those.
it's a period piece, and
The
it's
period piece.
I think it's the like early 90s, isn't it? Because I know the kids got like a camcorder that I used to have, and
Yeah. Well,
all right.
that kid sounds exactly like Ben, their voice,
Oh,
who's
does he?
also, if you have ever watched Camp Crustaceous on
Oh,
Netflix, it's like Jurassic Park
yep.
animated
Is he
show.
one of the characters on that too?
His name is Ben in the show. He's the one that
Oh.
owns Fluffy, the Bumpy, the dinosaur. He is a pet dinosaur, Bumpy. And he's also played by the kid that voices the Goldbergs kid. His name is Ben on that show, and they sound exactly like every time I hear
And
Ben.
Ben's real name is Ben.
Ben.
Oh my God. What
Maybe
a
he's him, but it's not.
what a connection.
It's crazy.
Maybe Ben could do some voiceover work now that he's not on the show. He hasn't
Does
even.
sound just like him. He could play that guy's brother.
I mean, do you have anything else to say about the elimination? I mean,
No, it was a
I
bummer.
they
I'm
they
bummed.
have to running in a circle. You're not. It's purposely done where you're not going to be able to pick up that much speed because you're turning as you run, and it's not like a wide turn like on a track when you're running in a like in the Olympics on a huge track. There is a turn, but it's a slight turn. This is a legit like you can't build it, and that's safety I think as well built into all this. And I believe they were in the sand. You can't run well in sand as well as you could on like something like a concrete surface or grass. You're sinking in every time you try to run, and you're running in a circle. Did they have shoulder pads on?
Or they had, oh, I don't know if they
I
did.
don't know, but my point is like you're wearing a bunch of equipment. I mean, again, they weren't running at a fast pace, but Ben, you need to get low. You're running straight up like this, and you got crumpled like a piece of paper. That second one, the first one was stupid. I mean, they both were awful, both runs for him. So,
Yeah, I was thinking maybe in round two, Ben would have. I think my excuse for Ben, not an excuse, but was he was probably just scared. It's scary running into a human. Um, and then
maybe.
second, I thought maybe because he's smart, he can like figure out or toy with him or do something to give him some sort of an advantage, and he did not. He just got dominated.
Maybe what we can, what, no, not what we can do, but what Derek can do is treat him to the movie premiere for him because Derek got a free, I believe, 2 tickets. So there you go.
I mean, not a bad prize or whatever. Like that's pretty cool. I think
You were so much more into all that
I
than I
love
was.
Jordan Peele. I'm really excited about this. I love horror. I love Jordan Peele. And I love a witch story. So even though it's a male, not a witch, I love a like, I want my youth back. Like I love a fallen heroine, like an old crone that wants to be a Hollywood starlet. I love that sort of,
I'm not even sure
love a
I
good
picked up on
witch.
the witch thing. That trailer was like so fast. I was like, they were just throwing stuff in my face. I was like,
I don't
okay,
know
what?
if it's, I don't know if it, look, I'm reading into that there has to be some sort of like, I want my glory days back,
Hmm.
witchiness, magic. I don't know what it is, which is my what I'm saying, but
Yeah.
I like that. And it's I'm not saying like, oh, it's sexism that it's usually women, but I haven't seen or can't recall a tale like that on the man side. So I love this. A football.
Okay.
I want to be a great again. And I'm sure there don't come at me. And I'm
No,
sure
I think people are going to be excited for this
I'm
movie.
excited.
I
I
think they're
am
going to come at
excited. I
me for not
genuinely
being excited. Let's a couple things to be excited for about next week's episode. Number one, Michaela, for all the Michaela fans out there, she's going for a three-peat next week. So that's exciting. If she can pull this off, I'm not sure the last time, and they'll tell us in the comments, when's the last time a challenger won three daily challenges in a row? I want to say it's been a while. That seems like that's a
I
quite
want
the
to
feat.
say that that would be a, yeah, and then we should guess who. I feel like that is something that a Wes or a Bananas would hold the record for.
Right? And then the other thing, and I don't know if this is what's going to happen next week. Did you see the daily challenge for next week?
I think I heard it. Like I think I physically left the area, but heard
Okay,
what
basically it looks like they're going to be up high, up on some type of climbing contraption over the water. I love these types of challenges. Now, I don't know if every single person has to do it because remember last time a lot of people like only their partner had to go. But if
right.
every person has to go up there, this thing looked huge. And to see CT and Anissa up there, that's going to be a sight to see. That's must-watch TV if they have to do that because
CT
that's
is
going to be
great. Remember
scary.
CT? I've no CT. I'm like back on like CT can do it
No,
all.
I know
It's
CT. No,
back.
but someone that big up that high, that's going to be really something very challenging for them to watch. But yeah, CT again tonight. I thought he
He's
performed great,
great.
despite not being in great shape for sure.
No, great. Last week, great. Like again, because half the people are on the wrong side of 40, they've let these things are sort of leveled out where it's not all one thing.
Right,
And CT is able to be doing really good. And again, that Sydney girl is like CT's a beast. And it's like, yes, he is. And she's not one to throw out compliments, I don't think, unless
right.
it's to herself.
I
Yeah,
don't think, and here's another thing. Here's another something that I'm going to put out there, just like I did with Gabe. I don't think we've seen the best of what Sydney brings to the table yet. I think she's gonna like everyone's like because she came in so hot with like her all everything she was saying was like I'm basically trying to make a name, trying to build some type of personality on this show because there's so many
yeah, yeah.
personalities already. But I don't think we've seen what she can do physically yet. I think that she's going to be a strong competitor this season, and we'll see what she does.
Yes. Agree with you. Yeah, it'll be exciting. And again, Michaela, she's good at stuff. Like I love her. I'm just disappointed at the big words, small moves from last week. So maybe she can turn that around when it's because again, then she won again. That was
Yep.
I was like, and what are you gonna do with it this time, Michaela?
She's gonna purposely lose next week so she doesn't have the heat on her anymore, and then we're gonna be like, oh, come on, go
Well,
for number
hopefully
three.
makes it a three. I'm still rooting for Michaela to get as far as she can get.
Yeah, I think that she definitely has some good qualities as far as the things for the challenge. But then there's this that the big one of like her never wanting to give anyone any props. Like, okay, I think this person would be good to work with. I don't see if she was a fan of the show, you need allies to get to the final. It's
Well, as
happened.
Nani said when the girls were in the room saying, we need each other. We're gonna get anywhere essentially by numbers for each other.
Just a
Anissa was
little
in on that
being
conversation. Michaela has none of those. For Anissa to be involved in that conversation and then still flip flop to Olivia,
Yeah, and
Done. I'm
it's
done.
just eliminations are too risky. You don't know what you're going to get. You don't know what it's going to come down to. So if you don't have allies to keep you out of those eliminations, Michaela, you're going to have to win a bunch of eliminations coming up. I mean, unless you just keep winning the dailies, and you're doing
Yeah.
great so far. So there you
And
go.
if next week Olivia goes in and loses and the episode is called The Fall, then we'll know why this was called Pride Cometh Before the Fall.
Well, it wasn't. What was it called? It's called real quick here. Pride comes before the fall. You're okay. All right. Let's
Famous.
see. Bye, Olivia.
All
See you
right.
later.
Well, all right. Bye. The
Right. We'll see you
Olivia.
next week.
All right.
Bye, Pamela. I was just saying
Bye,
bye to
guys.
Olivia
I
from the
know.
actual show, but yes.
Leo, Olivia, Anissa. It's hot names. All right. Bye,
Bye.
guys.